This is Drew Massey with Game Time Sports and Training. We're using the kettlebell a lot today, and what we want to talk about is how do we start to develop our swing so that we can do kettlebell swings, and how does that, the balance of the kettlebell moving back and forth, how do we understand how to keep our balance when that's going on? So one of the drills that we learn is called the pendulum swing. Now before you get to pendulum swing, you should have mastered plank, you should have mastered glute bridge, and you should have mastered the hip hinge pattern, and also just the regular kettlebell deadlift. So once you get past the kettlebell deadlift, one of the things we want to do is basically just to teach you how to hold your balance while that kettlebell is going to be swinging in front of you and behind you. So we have to learn how to balance those forces out. So the pendulum is a great way to do this. Again, when you look at the body and we're looking at the movement, we want to look at our kneecaps and our belly button. It's going to create a triangle. So we talk about putting the kettlebell high in that triangle. So what I want to do is I want to deadlift it, just like we learned. Push our chest out, fingertips and hips, push your hips back, reach that kettlebell, bend your knees just enough to get it, neutral chin, shoulder blades in hip pockets, and I'm going to deadlift the kettlebell just to knee level to start my pendulum swing. Now from right here, I want to maintain a great neutral spine, and I want to push that kettlebell as high into that triangle as I can. And I'm just going to let it swing forward. And I'm just going to get a feel for what that feels like so that the kettlebell doesn't throw me off balance. So it's a real simple drill that you can use to teach the swing. Again, it's called the pendulum swing, and all we want to do is learn how to maintain our balance and our positioning while that kettlebell is moving around us. So again, right there, deadlift it to right at your kneecaps. Keep your spine neutral from ear to hip, all right? And we want to use our armpits or our lats to push that kettlebell as high in the triangle as we can. You never, ever, ever want to see that kettlebell go below the knees, all right? The handle of the kettlebell should never go below the kneecaps, all right? So you want to get it as high in that triangle as you can, and the pendulum swing is a great way to teach that. If you're having trouble, then a lot of times what you can do is you can take a small foam roller, or you can take a cone, and you can place the cone right between the clients or right between your feet, and then you can deadlift it. And now what I want to do is practice my pendulum swing and never hit that cone that's right there underneath it. If you can master that, then you'll know exactly where to put the kettlebell on that swing, and that swing should be nice and crisp.